All right, so we are going to be talking about opinions today, and we're going to do that through a piece of writing. All right, we're going to write an opinion based on the story of the dot. Remember Vashiti from Monday's story, how she painted a whole bunch of dots. Okay, it's this story right here, you might recall. All right, we're going to come up with an opinion about whether or not Vashiti was a good artist. So an opinion is something that is what someone thinks. It's not necessarily 100% right or 100% wrong. So for example, I might think that pizza is like the best food ever, but someone else might think that spaghetti is the best food ever. An opinion is just what a person thinks. So since it's what a person thinks, we're actually going to practice writing. I'm going to put both of them. So I want you to kind of watch the video all the way through and you decide which one you're going to work with, whether or not you think she is a good artist or whether or not you think she is not. So first I'm going to start with the opinion that Vashiti was a good artist. Okay, so you can go ahead, each time that you hear this, if you definitely think that she was a good one, you can go ahead and start copying, pause the video and copying. If you think maybe you want to hear some ideas about maybe why she was not a good artist, you can wait for later in the video. I'm going to be showing you this exact same plan, but with that opinion on it. Okay, so I think that Vashiti was a good artist. One reason, and I drew pictures to show, okay, one reason I thought she was a good artist was because she had a lot of different varieties of work that she spent a lot of time on. So I did all these different little dot pictures to show that. Okay, I actually did 3 examples. You only need 2. You only need the first reason and the second reason. I did 3 so that you can kind of choose. If you do want this opinion, you'll at least have some choices. Also, if you think of something that's totally different, that's fine too, and you can use your own reasons. Another reason I thought of was that because I believe that anybody that creates something, that they're always called an artist. So anybody can be an artist. So I drew a bunch of people with little paintbrushes. Another reason why I thought she was a good artist was because they had an art show. She's a good artist because she had an art show for her work. Okay? And then at the end, I formed a conclusion sentence by asking my reader a question, seeing if they can agree with me. So I asked the question, don't you think she was a good artist too? All right, now I'm going to show you the same thing, the same kind of document, but with the not. And I'll be honest, it was actually hard for me to come up with reasons why she would not be a good artist, mostly because I kind of think she was, but it is your opinion, so it's your choice on which one, okay? All right, so we're pretending that my opinion was that I think Vashiti was not a good artist, okay? And one reason you might not think she's a good artist is because all she did was do a whole bunch of dots. So maybe I think that someone who just does a bunch of dots isn't an artist, okay? Another thought that I had, maybe somebody else might have, was that she only used watercolors. That was it. And maybe I think that to be an artist, you have to use all the different kinds of mediums. Like maybe you have to use color pencils and pastels and markers and paints and watercolors. Maybe I think that you have to use a lot of different things to be an artist. Okay? And then I gave the same conclusion statement, but using the not a good artist. I put, don't you think she was not a good artist? All right, so any of these in the plans you can use. You can also create your own if you have a different reason. All right, good luck.